All right, here we go on the formerly known as the Comic Book Shop of Doom. I got a half price books haul. I went yesterday out to Orland Park and I found lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. So let's go through this. This was under $10. This was like 9 something. The Essential Defenders from Marvel. This was one of my favorite comic books as a kid. I like the entire run, and this has the first couple issues. It's like it sets up where Hulk, Namor, Doctor Strange, and the Silver Surfer get some kind of curse on them where they can't team anymore. So then here's the new team: Valkyrie, the Angel, Beast, Gargoyle, Iceman, and a couple other fill-in people. And it was a good book. It really was. J.M. DeMatteis wrote a lot of this stuff. Mark Grunwald, Stephen Grant, Don Perlin, Sal Buscema, Al Milgram, Kerry Gamble. Fantastic stuff. And Defenders 107 and 124. So it was in the 120s they started that storyline. 125 was the first issue of the new Defenders. Avengers Annual 11, Marvel Team Up 119. That's why I got to reread this just to refresh my memory, because it's been probably 40 years since I read this stuff. And it's, this is one of those, they call them the phone books. They're black and white, but hell, they get the job done. So awesome for under $10. That's like, what, 500 pages? Okay, I got a pack of early 90s, so 97, mid 90s, late 90s. Star Trek, the early years, the early voyages. 17 issues in here. This was $20. So it's like under $1. Like maybe a little bit over $1. Well, my math is really off. But this is when Marvel had to deal with Paramount to do comics. They did a Snake Plissken. They did this one. And I think they did Mission Impossible books. Doll Man Kills the Full Moon Universe. Number 1. This was $2. Cult favorite, Full Moon, Charles Band, Empire Pictures. A lot of people do not know who he is. A lot of people hate his stuff. A lot of people love his stuff. I think it's good. But yeah, he's really fallen in recent years. I mean, his stuff is like just direct-to-video stuff now. Full Moon Features, check it out. I mean, he's hanging on. The guy's 72 years old, so give him some credit. He's been doing this for 50 years. So I'll give him credit there, but the master of horror and all kinds of cheap, low-budget movies. Chip Zdarsky's Public Domain. So this was 5 issues. This was $6. So from Image, I never read this, so we'll give it a shot. Okay, I got a DVD set. The Amityville Horror from MGM. It's got the first 3 movies. Third one's in 3D, so I'd have to get my glasses out to check that out. And then they got a companion disc, Amityville Confidential. That's got a couple of episodes of the, quote, true story of what happened. It's on from the History Channel. So I'll check that out. This was pricey, but this is hard to find. And it's harder. It's hard to order this online. You got to go on eBay and stuff. I don't even know if they still are selling this, if it's out of print. Black Eagle. So you got Sho Kosugi versus Jean-Claude Van Damme. This is like from 1988 when Van Damme was first getting hot. He did this B movie. So here's the Blu-ray, and I bought it because it's got a lot of special stuff on here. So you zoom in on that. So I says, hey, why not? It's got deleted scenes. The original trailer. This never played around the Chicagoland area at the show. I know it played like L.A. and New York, but it never made it here. Here's a horror movie called Area 407 from IFC Midnight. It's their horror division, which is basically now Shudder. It's a plane that crashes in some kind of military experiment zone. So then it's all the stuff that hits the fan after that. So I'll check this out. This was only like $2. Okay, the director's cut of Forever Hardcore when Shane Douglas resurrected ECW for a handful of shows, this is the documentary on ECW. So you got Terry Funk, Sabu, Raven, Sandman, Joey Styles, New Jack, Todd Gordon, Jerry Lynn, Kid Cash, Conan, Francine, Terry Taylor, Ed Ferrara, and much, much more. Jeremy Borash shot this. So good luck for him. I mean, it's good. I've seen this before, but I want to see the director's cut. They got extra stuff on here. So this was like $5. Okay, a $2 feature. The Dead and the Damned Part 2. This is some kind of horror movie, like, zombie cowboys or something. And it's all no-namers. It was $2. I looked at it and I says, I'll give it a try for $2. And the last thing we got at the Half Price Books Con, that's what I call it because it's always like a convention. Dead Mary, Dominique Swain, unrated horror movie. This was $2. So Genius Entertainment, that was a division of the Weinsteins for a while. Before, Harvey dipped his pen in too many of the company inks. If you know what I mean. And then had to go to jail. But it's a horror movie. So they were pumping out some junk movies. This was a pickup. Canada, Peace Arch and all that. Yeah, it was filmed in Canada and they bought the rights, the DVD and all that, video rights. But good stuff. Always get good stuff over there, Half Price Books. Everybody have a good day.